Yeah, I'm trying to get it done as a PDF that can be got easily off the internet. I only did it as a book because my original plan was to just dump it on the internet free. And everyone I spoke to said, no one will take any notice of it, no one will ever read it. It's got to be a book. So I did it as a book. And, it's got its uses as a book, for certain kinds of people, for non-sad yogis, which is what it was written for, they're more likely to take it seriously, I guess. You can get it on Kindle, and you can download, it's cheaper that way, and in fact I'm going to make it more cheaper. The only reason the book version, I fixed it up so I got the minimal possible royalty, so I get 30p a book. And the publishers get everything else. So it's going to be a long time before I recoup my costs. But on Kindle it's different. You can actually publish for free on Kindle. All you have to do is learn how to upload it, which of course I haven't, but my son Michael has. And then you can charge what you want. So it's much cheaper there, and I can lower it more. The only reason I fixed the price at a certain level was that I wanted people to not think it's cheap. It's got to have a little value, else they won't, something like that. But apparently you can do it in a PDF as well, and that can be cheaper still, so it should be quite easily available.
Have you had any feedback?
Mostly from yogis. But yeah, slowly. Yogis are giving it to people or recommending it to people at meetings and to their friends and family. And so it is percolating out, and I'm starting to get feedback, yeah. Well, it's too early to say, because I've said everything in the book. I've told everything about Sad Yoga. And because my idea was to give people an idea of what it's like. First of all, to know Shimataji as a person. And, because you forget that people won't have any idea what she's like. They'll just see a few public talks and pictures and things, and they won't know, what she was actually like and how much she worked to help everyone. And also what it's like to be in Sad Yoga, just describing what a Sad Yogi is and does, to give people an idea. Because the thing is, they can find everything out on the internet anyway, so might as well give an insider's view of what goes on and what we do, and that we generally have a lot of fun. And so that's, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I've had a few so far, not many, but it's coming gradually. There's it's got a Facebook page, the book, so the more people that go on it and like it and put comments about it, the more it helps to raise its profile on the internet. And I'm trying various things to promote it, but it is slowly, it's getting translated as well. It's coming out in German, very soon, and somebody started translating it into Italian, and I'm hoping it will get translated into Spanish soon. That'd be good for South America, But so far it's been good. I haven't had any. I thought the yogis would all be really shocked, when they read it, because I didn't pull any punches, especially through my seeking and everything. Because I wanted them to know I was a normal person like them that had made all the mistakes they could possibly make. So, else you start off on a soapbox just lecturing people. But let's see.
No shock, just jealousy so far.
Well, the thing is, I suffered a lot for my sins. I toned it down a lot in the book, but I actually have had a pretty hard time in Sad Yoga. Really been through a lot of very difficult stuff. There's been obviously some amazing experiences, and it's been either super up or super down quite a lot. But it's the only reason. It's kind of embarrassing in a way to talk about it, but I just feel you just feel so much that you want everyone to have that. It's just so wonderful, and it's there, and I know we can all have it. And I'm just so anxious for everyone to know what it's like. And as I said last time, I'm been a bit like a kind of defective light bulb that keeps flickering on and off. And one day you'll all be shining brilliantly, and I'll still be glowing and with little bits of smoke coming out of me, and I'll be flickering a bit and going on and off. And so, but I'll be happy anyway, as long as somebody makes it. That's the main thing.
How is it for you after having lived such deep experiences, like the normal life? You know, because once you have lived such deep experience, you know, like normal life should be a bit like...
It's frustrating. In a way, yeah, it's okay, you can enjoy it. It's just like you have to get used to enjoying, you know, your life at 1% level instead of 100. You know, but it's okay. You've got no choice, I guess. That's the answer. It happened. You know, how can you have to keep going. You know, you've got no choice. You can't control it. So I'm just thankful and very, you know, very thankful that it's happened, and it's enriched me in many ways. The thing is that once you've touched that kind of state, you never forget it. You know, so you've always got that extra dimension in a way to your perception, and it helps you to become a bit more detached. You know, because you know it's all just a dream, really, that you can wake up out of into a higher world. So, you know, it's a bonus. But I think that's what happened to people who were taking drugs, you know, because so many of them were seekers and their kundalini had been awakened in past lives and things like that. They had some of these experiences, and it just overwhelmed them. They couldn't cope with everyday life anymore. They just couldn't be bothered with it, you know. And so they got very lost. You know, because the thing about Sad Yoga is it's the missing key between, you know, the human level and the divine. It's the knowledge that everyone's actually looking for, the instrument that can make that transition. So it's just getting it through to people, you know, somehow, amid all the nonsense that's there everywhere, all the misinformation. And I don't know how you until we get to a point where we're really manifestly different, you know, that we really show that we've achieved the divine, then it's going to be tough. You know, I mean, I've got an old friend, someone I read about in a book, and she's mixed up with this guru in Australia, and I write to her about Sad Yoga, and everything I say, she said, yes, isn't it wonderful? My guru is like this too, and my guru is my, you know, just can't get through. It's extraordinary, you know, talk about the vibrations and everything, and she'll just say, oh, I can't get vibrations, but my guru, you know, it's really annoying.
Do you mind if I ask you what happened to the other 5?
The original 7, there wasn't really exactly an original 7. People came and went, but out of them, well, 2, Gavin and Jane, have gone. There was me and my sister, Maureen, and Douglas, and Gregoire, and then there's Tony Paniotto, who lives a sort of half-life out on the periphery. The thing is, he was with Mother before anyone else came, so he's never really accepted any other yogis. Yeah, so there's about 4 of us, I guess.
Is it true that Douglas hate Mother after he was so excited when he got his realization?
I don't know, because I wasn't there. He was there before me. He was one of the first people I saw when I walked in the room and saw Shimataji, and I thought, what on earth's he doing here? Because he was a local character. Even the local hippies thought he was a bit eccentric. There were 2 Douglases in that setup, and Big Dougie and Little Dougie, and he was Little Dougie. And he was a great character, he always was, but he had complete faith in Mother right from the beginning, but he was really, you know, quite an eccentric character.